McCarron. Thank you to Christopher for that wonderful introduction. I'm basically just a former teacher and a former wine expert, though mind you, not at the same time, and I'm an all-around geek. But what I really love is my job working as a senior consultant at Kelly Austin, and even more than that, I love giving back to the Ohana. So please, by all means, connect with me. If you've got an interesting Salesforce problem, I may not be able to answer it, but I'm more than happy to dig into it with you. So our goals today, understanding some of the many types of mentorship. We're not going to cover all of them today. Identify your mentoring needs as you need them. And then finally, how to create mentorship moments. This is going to be an active session, and that's actually going to start right now, so I hope you're ready. First things first, in front of you, you're going to have very sparkly, colorful strips of paper. Please take one of them. What you're going to do with that colorful strip of sparkly paper. For 60 seconds, I want you to figure out how to make a star with that piece of paper. No cutting or pasting, no using Google Foo, so phones down, please. Get ready, get set, go. End time. Wherever you are, put the piece of paper aside. We'll come back to it. Okay, show of hands. How many of you kind of felt like this at one point during that 60 seconds? Yeah, it's okay. How many of you ever feel like this when you're working on a particularly hairy Salesforce problem? How many of you ever felt or feel like this when you're looking for your first Salesforce role? Look around the room. Shared experiences means connection. Connection means an opportunity to find a mentor or be a mentee. So think about that as we're moving forward. To debunk a few myths or 10 about mentors, sometimes this is the expectation. Of course, we always want a magical, wizened character to solve all our problems for us, but in reality, our mentors are generally in our network, right next to us if we took a moment to notice. They might be colleagues that we already have. So you don't have to travel to a distant swamp planet to find your mentor. Look around you, figure out what problems do I have and who is already here who can solve it. You don't have to search extensively to find them. So let's talk about some types of mentors. And before I go into this, I want to give the caveat that whenever you're moving into any sort of collaborative environment with somebody, please make sure to hold on to your empathy. We're all human. We may have expectations. We may get excited. Oh, I'm going to get to talk to this really, really cool person. Hi, Michelle, who you've been wanting to talk to forever, who have been, exceptional teachers. But remember, they're human, they have obligations, they have lives. So be mindful of that. One of my favorite types of mentors is the peer and reciprocal mentor. This is someone you can collaborate with all the time if you want to. They are about the same level as you, they may have different strengths and weaknesses as you, but you work better as a team. So I definitely always like to highlight my very good friend Emily, who is wonderful at all things AI, whereas I'm more of a flow nerd. So if I ever have an issue that she can help me solve, we're always better together. And the same goes for if she ever has an issue and I'm able to help her. Reciprocal mentors and peer mentors. Second is the experts, subject matter experts, the advisors. These are the ones that are probably more seasoned professionals in the ecosystem. They are the ones who are really, really good at one or two things. But if you come to them with a question about something different, they may or may not be able to answer that question for you. Chances are, though, they're also able to, with their experience and with their network, relay you to somebody who can answer those questions. So I like to think of my boss, Angela, who I don't think made it in here today, but she is fabulous with Pardot. But if I'm going to ask her a CPQ question, it's not happening. She's definitely going to direct me to another colleague or probably my practice director, Will, to answer those questions. And finally, we have the aspiration mentor. These are the people we want to be when we grow up. The people we go, man, how did you get where you are today? And I really admire how you do this. I see Rachel Shumway, and I see Jody and Janine. Those are some of my aspirational mentors here in the audience today. Part 2. Take another strip of paper. This time you get to collaborate. Work together as a table. Figure out how to make that star. Go. And time. Can somebody tell me how this was different from round 1?
You felt less alone.
You felt less alone. Anybody else?
Less frustrating.
Less frustrating, okay?
The outcome was less important because I had confidence that we would get there if we had enough time versus.
Yes. Did anybody happen to be a standout person at your table that you'd like to highlight? Okay. So maybe some people came in here knowing exactly what to do. Maybe we didn't. Previously, I talked about the types of mentorship that tend to be more one-on-one, but that's not to say that you can't find mentorship opportunities in groups. Collaborative groups are really important and sometimes can really get you there even faster than before. So I like to think of my Live Long and Automate group. We met through an informal click sprint, and we were so successful working together, pumping each other up and teaching each other how to do all these crazy things in 3 weeks that we decided, let's do another sprint. That was fun. I see Rachel laughing at me. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. And now today, we continue to collaborate. We meet every other week, and sometimes we talk about Salesforce problems, and sometimes we're just there to be each other's cheerleaders. Having a mentor is not just talking business. It's just about being there and supporting one another. All right. So, mentorship needs, what could they be? Take a sticky note or a note card if you have one. Every table should have some. What I'd like for you to do is you're going to make just a quick list, not full statements, just a very quick list of topics of either things you don't know about Salesforce or things you don't know about working in Salesforce. Take a second and just write a quick list, whatever comes to your brain. You're not going to share this. Star the top 3 items on that list or weighing the most on your mind right now. If you didn't make it to more than 3, that's okay. Just star the top 3. And then finally, once you've got your top 3 or your top 1 or 2, I want you to take another sticky note or note card, because you may not have enough space, and I want you to create a full developed statement for at least one of those 3 starred items using the format as a I want so that. So you might be thinking, okay, Allie, what am I supposed to write here? Could I say something like, as an aspiring Salesforce mentor, I want to get Salesforce professional, I want to get a job so I can make more money. Yeah, that's great, and that's probably true, but is that going to help a mentor get you to where you need to be? No. Try these instead. As an aspiring Salesforce pro, I want to better convey the transferable skills in interviews that I currently have so employers can see my value to their company. So take a minute, and you're absolutely welcome to collaborate on this if you need some help. Come up with at least one of these statements. What you've essentially created for yourself is a user story for your own future learning. If you're familiar with user stories, obviously they can be used for more than being a business analyst. So if you are a potential mentee, this is really easy to say, hey, potential mentor, this is something I'm looking for. Is it something you can help me with? And they can very easily say, yeah, I'm great at this. I can do this. Or, no, but I know somebody who can. If you're a more seasoned professional, this can be an opportunity for you to figure out, you know what, this is something that I'm not necessarily comfortable working with a mentee on. So knowing your own strengths, your own weaknesses, what you want to work on can help you produce more productive conversations and instantly valuable meetings with your mentor or mentee. So next steps. Why did we even do this? Well, number one, across the hall, as soon as we're done here, is going to be a mentor and mentee speed dating session facilitated by myself and Janine. So please join us if you'd like to have a moment to meet up with a potential mentor or mentee. We would absolutely love to have you. Secondly, you can use these as conversation starters. Take them with you. If you find you're in need of a mentor or you're willing to work with a mentee, post this on LinkedIn. Let them know, hey, I'm available to talk about this topic. Or hey, this is something I need. Who can help? And then you can always go back to the remaining items on your list and create more of these user stories. Create them as you grow. Have that list available. It's always nice to see how you've grown. All right, mentors, assemble. You know who you are. I have several mentors that are going to be running around showing you how to make the star this time. You're going to have about, it says 90 seconds. I'm going to give you 60 for the purposes of time. They're going to show you how to make that star. Get ready, get set, go. They'll be going table to table as they can. Start here. Once you have that pentagon, it's very easy to let the folds go where they will. So as I mentioned before, sometimes you need collaboration, sometimes you need a mentor. Was this the only way to create the star? No, it's just one way, and that way may not work for you. Look for the right person, make the right match. We talked mostly about how to find a mentor, but I want to empower all of you to realize that you can be a mentor in the Ohana starting today if that's what you want to do. This is a very non-exhaustive list of some ways that you can contribute if it's a skill that you're very strong in already. If you notice, it is not necessarily limited to Salesforce. I'm a career changer. I bring a lot of skills to the table that had nothing to do with Salesforce and are coming really in handy at my current role. So know that you have value and bring value from day one. Things to think about as a mentor and a mentee. Seeing some confused faces. You're not crazy. The lists are the same, but the nuances vary very much. So you've got to know your skills and needs. As a mentor, you got to know, okay, I'm comfortable talking about this, but not necessarily about this. As a mentee, I know what I need. I need to find this kind of person. Go on your search. Be empowered. Actively listening, having an open mind ensures that everybody's voice has a place, feels valued. It's an open and safe environment. I could go on, but I do want to highlight that very last item. Affirm and celebrate. Small wins, big wins, whatever they are, if you're in that mentorship environment, always celebrate. Take that time. In summary, how to be a mentoring star? Realize that finding a mentor can be intentional or organic in nature. Embrace those moments as they come up. You may not expect them. Be aware of your needs as you grow as a professional. They will change. And finally, know your worth as a potential mentor to others and help give back to the Ohana if that's what you would like to do. If you don't, that's totally fine. But we always welcome a better, more healthy, and very helpful Ohana. I want to empower all of you as well. Think about somebody who's made a positive impact on your conference experience the past couple of days. Think of who they are. Friday, when everybody's home and we're getting over the conference, take a moment to thank that person on LinkedIn. You might be making a new connection. You might be reviving an old one, but you never know what's going to come from that connection, from that communication with somebody. I do want to thank you for coming to my session today. I really appreciate it and was not expecting this many people, so thank you. That being said, if you do want to join our mentoring session across the way, please, by all means, mentor or mentee, we would absolutely love to have you. Thank you.